Whoa. Welcome to Small Bike Stuff. I'm in Malaysia and we have a cool bike to look at. There's some in Malaysia for you just to prove it. There's a Malaysian number plate. And hey, and there's one on this bike too. This is Mad Dog More's 115cc Yamaha Lagenda. Now before I kick into it, I would like to say that Yamaha is, well, Malaysia is one of the few countries that Yamaha outsells Honda easily. Especially in Southeast Asia, Honda's generally kind of the stalwart, the top dog. But here in Malaysia, yeah, Yamaha has a massive following and a massive presence in the country. You see a lot of Yamaha merch on everything. They've got so many different models. And this thing here is kind of your entry level, I would say, but like it's a 2020 fuel injected 115. So it's not super entry level. It's got quite a few features. And yeah, it just goes well. It's a bit faster than the Wave 110s, which I was riding on this trip. This was a 2,500 kilometer journey around the country. There'll be a video on the channel. Sorry, through Malaysia and Southern Thailand. But yeah, there'll be a video on the channel sometime soon. But let's kick into it and have a bit of a chat about this thing, because yeah, it's a cool machine. And I've got another Legenda here that's 7 years older and carburetted. So yeah, we'll have a look at that too. Engine, all right, so there is a Yamaha 115cc engine, which they're still using this kind of engine in a whole bunch of different bikes. In Thailand, they're using it in what they call the Yamaha Fin. The Yamaha Spark is another version. This thing here, which is the Yamaha Legenda, I think they made a Jupiter as well in a different country. But generally this thing here is either carbureted or fuel injected, but it's a 4-speed, it's a semi-automatic, there's no clutch, and yeah, it just goes pretty well for what it is. It's definitely got a lot more power than the 110 Waves, and even the 125 Waves have been known to be beat by this model quite a few times. And oh look, it's a Wild Andrew. You are meant to wear helmets here, just test riding down the block, so I thought I'd give him a pass there. Anyway, engine. Yeah, 4-speed, semi-automatic, electric start and kickstart. If we run over to this side here, you see the kickstart. We also have a cover here. I'm not sure if it's got an oil filter under there or not. So I'm a little bit ill-informed here. If you do know, let me know. You've got your oil dipstick here, your kickstart, and your rear brake. So yeah, the engine's as per normal. It is a horizontal engine. It's just got an extra few cc's. I think this is a 114 compared to my Wave that I rode on this trip, which is a 108 or 109cc. Wheels. All right, these things are cool because the alloys, which are a big thing in Malaysia, if you don't know, alloys are super common, super popular, more so than spoked wheels, especially in this day and age. It's quite rare to see a brand new bike with spokes on them, although you can get them, of course. This is a 17-inch wheel, and the tyre on it is a 1790-17. It's, don't even know what brand, See if I can find it on the other side. It's just an old it's a tyre. And it does the job. But it's got a disc brake on the front there as well, which is really important, I think. It helps a lot. The stopping makes it a lot easier. This guy's trying to interrupt my videos. If you could choose one bike, what would it be? The Legenda or the Wave 125?
Wave 125.
Yeah. So should I stop the video now? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're a bit biased. Ignore the loose chains. We've been playing with the bikes and taking things on and off them, so yeah, they're not completely set up how they were on the ride. But yeah, the thing I like about these alloy wheels compared to, say, if you turn your handlebar, the Wave there, see the slotted on the Legenda, which I think is super cool. Probably weight saving, maybe they're as strong, I don't know. We went off-road for a long time. As you can see, some of the dirt's still there. And, you know, they didn't break, otherwise it wouldn't be here. It did really, really well. On the rear, it's got a, yeah, IRC. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, I think this is a 80-90-17. Yep, 80-90-17. You can fit the 90-80-17s on here as well, like that Wave over there does have. Controls. So I personally think this, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say it looks a bit weird, but it doesn't. I'm just not used to it. It's got 30,000 kilometers on the odometer. The speedo goes up to 160. I think 105 GPS verified is kind of what he had with this flat out. Maury's not a small dude. You know, he's probably a little bit heavier than me. We're about the same size. It's a capable bike, and those extra cc's compared to the 110, which I rode, are really helpful. If I turn the key on, so you've got your engine light here. This one is possibly your turn signal. No, it's not. I don't know what that one there is. Maybe high beam. Yeah, that'll be high beam, but the bike's not running. Neutral, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Revolving box on these or not? Let's find out. 1. We'll have to turn it on, won't we? Electric start, as you can see. 1, 2. This thing doesn't want to start. Fuel inject. So the thing's fuel injected, but it takes a couple of seconds to figure out if it wants to run or not. 4. Oh, his fourth light's broken.
Yeah, it comes on sometimes.
Oh, okay. That's all right. And if we stop that and then hit one more time, yeah, it is a revolving box. So there you go. Revolving box on this as well. You've got your high, low, left and right turn signals. Your horn there, which is a little bit obnoxious, but does the job. Keys, yeah, you can turn to the left. Oh, where are we? No, put that in. Left seat opens, okay? So that's another control there. And it does have a bit more seat area than the Wave 110s, but certainly not the Wave 125. The other thing you can do is pull the key out, then push that. No. I think you have to lock it first. Okay, so let's try that. This way. I'm figuring this out. It's not my bike. Lock, push shut. Security feature. And so the only way you can open it is with these special key ends which have magnets in them, which align with the magnets in here and let you then turn or open the ignition. Yes, headlight. So headlight is looks like a twin headlight, right? Wrong, there's one bulb. You've got running lights here and then your turn signals here as well. And it looks like an air intake, but no, that's just actually a horn. The airbox is sitting right under here. Tail lights. Turn signals are separate. Like I've said, a lot of these Malaysian bikes seem to have rear turn signals separate. Not all, just a thing I've noticed. And then you've got your reflectors on the rear and the side as well. So yeah, cool little machine. You've got your kickstart and your rear brake as per normal. Interesting features on this, obviously the knee basket. This one, unlike mine, has 2 mounts down here. So the Legenda, they've able to put a double mount here, but they've got a single mount on the top, whereas the Waves tend to have 2 mounts at the top and then a single one down the bottom. This has had some modifications for some cabling that went through for a charger, which is no longer attached. And yeah, cool little knee basket. Really like these, very Malaysian. They don't really use them in Thailand at all, and I think they should. Only problem with the knee basket is it means you can't open the seat properly. But it's got a little bit of under-seat storage there. And yeah, it's just enough to put something in, not really a helmet. There's not enough room for that. This one has the tank here with the fuel pump under the plastic there, which I'm showing now. And there's your fuel tank sender as well. What we have arriving is a carburetted Legenda 115. These did come in a 110 model, which Andrew used to have the 110 model on our first trip. This thing here has got considerably more kilometers. It's 2013, so 7 years older. It's got the front disc with the slotted wheels, but they're gold. Obviously, it's got a little bit of a difference with the shape. If you look at the front end, it's a bit more prominent and sharp than the more modern one, which kind of dips down a little bit. The head, I think actually the older one looks cooler. Yeah, but the problem with the old one is it's done 65,000 kilometers. And that's okay, it's still running, you know, it's a testament to Yamaha's quality. There have been a few things that have gone wrong with this just due to general maintenance, lack of maintenance really. The rear wheel bearing had to be replaced before we bought the bike. The sprocket carrier bearing failed, so the sprocket was wiggling a lot, and even when it was replaced, it still had a little bit of a wiggle. The front wheel bearings had to be replaced when the tires were done. This has a set of 17 Pirelli Diablo Rosso Sports. The same as my Honda Wave did for this trip, and they definitely kind of helped. But yeah, the thing that is majorly different up there is the carburetor. So this is carbureted versus fuel injection, and there was a massive difference in the fuel consumption with the two. Whether that can be put down to age and tiredness of the engine, a little bit probably, but in reality, just the fuel injection is so much more efficient. This thing probably had about 30% better fuel economy. Actually, that's a good point as well. This is a ZR model, this is only a Z model, so this is probably lower spec than the ZR, but this is 7 years newer.
LZ? Legenda Z.
Legenda Z, yeah. So, a few differences there that if you get really nerdy, you can figure it out. The coolest thing about this one is the tail light. Andrew, do you mind turning it on and then you have to start it? Yeah, so the tail light on this is a arrow, and it was quite cool to follow. Put the rear brake on. Yeah, front brake, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I found this really cool. Probably one of the coolest features of the bike for me. Does it matter? No. But I like it. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Differences between the bikes are not dramatic. If you've been watching the series of these bikes, which are in Malaysia, which is the Wave 125, the 2 Alpha 110s, and these 2 Legendas, they are no longer in our possession. We do not own them as of these videos. While I'm filming them, they're no longer ours. We bought them at the start. The money we lost is well under half the amount it would have cost us to rent the bikes for the time we had them, and we would have struggled to get them over the border. So yeah, Legenda 115, ZR carburettor 2013, Legenda 115Z 2020. There you go. Remember, Yamaha is Malaysia's favourite brand, and that's Malaysia. And that's Andrew.
Hello.
Turn around, show them your shirt. D21s are great.
So